Hello everybody, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you my development workflow as a senior software engineer and team lead, how I manage team of developers and manage to work on few big projects. So I have laid out a few things in Excel Draw, a really great tool for planning. So first thing, we'll need tools. I will explain about my tools that I use for day-to-day programming tasks, and skills, how I manage my skill, how I upgrade my skills, and knowledge management, time management, and I will wrap up with few tips. So let's get started. So first thing, we need to have thorough knowledge of our tools. So what I use for project management is JIRA for my work, and you need to have good knowledge of at least one project management tool. There are few of them: JIRA, Notion, few of them. So if you are working on big team, then yeah, I will recommend JIRA. And you'll have so nowadays you need to have some kind of AI assistance. Why not leverage the power of AI assistant? So there are few options. GitHub Copilot, if you have student email address supplied by your university, you can use that to buy a subscription, which is free for students, and otherwise $10, I guess. So you can use Copilot, or what I use is Codium, which is free, and I think it is great. So it has all features same like Copilot. You can use everything like chatting, and it will just autocomplete everything. For IDE, I use PHPStom and sometimes VScode as well. So mostly I use PHPStom, which is really great for good big kind of projects where there is large code base and you have to go back and forth. It will take some time for indexing, but after that all the tools required for development are there, so I don't need to switch to many apps, which I find helpful, although it is not free. But you can use PHPStorm for free, I guess, by signing up for early access program. Then you can use it for free. I think there is something called early access program. You can check on the JetBrains website. And so VScode is also a very great alternative. So let me show you a few plugins that I use. So these are few plugins that help, although it is not that essential. But one thing that is essential is some kind of IntelliSense, which help you refactor the code, which help you move around the functions and declaration easily. That is a must have plugin. So I think there are some plugin that will help. PSP IntelliSense, I think, is a great one. So I don't use VS Code often, so there might be some new plugin that help you. This is must for Laravel development, especially this namespace resolver as well. So let me show you a few Chrome plugins that I use. These are few of them, but really useful one is this fake filler to fill a form quite easily, and this omnivore is read letter app. I'll talk about it in a moment. So these are a few of them, and you need to have good knowledge about your IDE, so how to refactor. So this deserves separate video. I will talk about IDE and my setup and workflow there, but this is a high level overview of tools that I use day to day. And regarding time management, it is very essential to manage your time, whether you are a senior or junior developer. So you'll have some tasks to do, and then there is certain amount of time. If you are assigned multiple tasks, then you have to go according to priority. And so according to priority, what amount of time is needed for that particular task. At least you have a few rough idea about it. Obviously everything doesn't turn out according to planning, but at least before starting, so you are given task, so your workflow should be understanding the requirement clearly. And after that, at least invest few minutes, about 10 minutes, planning things out, how you are gonna approach things, maybe schema diagram. So I recommend just go to this Excel draw and just draw things out, what you need, what should be database schema, what's gonna be your workflow, what you're gonna do next, and things like that. Just doing this will save some time. And yeah, so everything comes with experience, but you might not be good beforehand for estimating everything out previously. But at least what you can do, just go and draw things out in Excel draw, or write documentation, like quick documentation. So yeah, the less friction way is Excel draw. And for time management, I used to use Todoist, but right now I use this Tick, which is really great. You get calendar. I think this is paid option, but you can get calendar. You have search option, everything. There is a more like heavy tracker, Pomodoro timer here. So after you are assigned tasks and you have done your planning, so what works best for me is the time blocking. So we have certain amount of time during the work hour. We have few, like you work from 9 to 5, and then you have tasks laid out, and there's just block those tasks here, like what you how much time you gonna dedicate to that task. Just break that down and just assign, like block the time here on your calendar. You can put out tasks here, what works for you. Just use one tool, as much minimal as possible to start out. If you feel need for something to extend, then only just go about extending that. Otherwise this works for me. So I plan out tasks, and then I block the time on Tick, and then I start a focus timer or Pomodoro timer. You can start, you work for, so what work best for me is according to task. If it is big task, at least 1 hour should be dedicated, and then 10-minute rest, which I learned about this like 60-10 principle from 5 a.m. club, I think. Yeah, this book is great. So you work for 60 minutes and then 10-minute rest. Just rest for 10 minutes. It will recharge you and get back to next task. So also obviously work according to priority. You might be spending more time on less priority tasks. You might be caught up in details about in some tasks, some particular tasks. So this comes to like self-discipline. You may feel like let's complete this and let's go research about this topic and things like that. So what works for me is so if you install Tick, you will get this kind of quick inbox thing. You can jot down quickly things like that. So suppose you want to research about something like Laravel 11 research. Just put this out and it will go to inbox of your application, and then you can follow from there and dedicate time to the more impact tasks while doing that task. Just don't get distracted on the things, small things. Alright, so this is about a few essential time management tips, or few how I manage my time. So another part of time management is knowledge management. Suppose you are working on few tasks, certain task, and you came up with a few solution, like there is some issue, and then you resolve that issue. So how you resolve that issue, what are the resources, you just create a note and put it somewhere. So if you are in company, there might be some space to put to manage knowledge, manage knowledge, like Confluence for wiki. Here we use Confluence in our work. It is a great tool for managing the knowledge, which is called knowledge management tool. And for personal management tool, I think this Obsidian is great. You can put notes here, everything like code snippets, solutions which are personal to you. Everything might not be the company based, like there might be the central space given by your company where everything related to project is there, but you might be working on something, like you are learning something, you are working on your personal projects. You can put your personal code snippets and everything here, so it is markdown based and really useful. So when you document your solution to issues, then next time you can just visit your personal management and just search for that issue, which is really save time instead of just going and searching Google or asking ChatGPT. These tools might not give accurate answer every time. So whatever you document, you will understand quickly. So this is highly recommended and must have things to integrate in your workflow. And regarding your upgrading your skills, I follow a few top people from your particular stack. So you follow them on Twitter or x.com, which is x.com, and you just check for latest updates there. So for learning few things, just go to the documentation first, and if you don't understand, then go to few high quality resources. For Laravel specifically, if you are learning, then larcast.com is really good, and there are few good YouTube channels like Laravel Delhi and things like that. Here are a few of my subscriptions. According to your stacks, you can follow them. And first thing, the documentation of Laravel is really good. You can go there, and there is something like Laravel Bootcamp if you are learning for first time. There is bootcamp.laravel.com, a really great resource. So if you go through this and go through everything, this is by Laravel themselves. So you learn about everything that you need in high level, and they will point out where you need to go next. So you really need to be good with documentations. And after learning, what you must have to do is build solution based project. So what do I mean by solution based project are, if you build simple boring things like to do and some repetitive things, you will not have motivation to do that. So what you can do is, let's say you use some kind of to do app, and then you can build a personalized to do or something according to your need, your specific need, that you wish this feature if this feature will be in this app, it would be great. So if there is some features like that, you can build that feature yourself. And yeah, some like repetitive tasks that are exclusive to you. So for example, if you are managing your finance and you have the CSV of your bank statements, just give that CSV to your Laravel app, and it will just extract the data from there and build a good insights and charts from there. So the things like that which are really interesting to build, just build those projects and it will be really easy. So the skills that you learn from them will be integrated in your system. So yeah, the few tips are the context switching. If you are working on one task, just work on there. Don't keep switching to several tasks or several apps. For example, if you manage good ID, then the database explorer, terminal, everything is there, and you don't need to visit often. So what I implement is minimalism. So as much minimal as possible, and use tools only if they really add values, and document everything. Everything you run, just good with documentation. And most important, take care of your health. So you sit for long, you can if you follow this, your health will be good, because you walk for 60 minutes and then you go for a walk or something for 10 minutes, just meditate or read something unrelated to development and things like that. And if you just offload what you need to do in these kind of apps, then you don't need to think about what needs to be done, whether I will forget something or not, things like that. So it will be really easy to manage your mental health and physical health as well. So these are few tips. So let me know if there are anything else on comment section. What is your workflow? I would love to learn from you as well. All right, these are few tips, and there are few books that I can recommend to so like Atomic Habits for these, and 5 a.m. Club. You can just watch summary of those. 5 a.m. Club, which I think really great for developers. A few tips like 90, you work for 90 minutes for 90 days for one thing. You implement this 60-10, and there are daily the daily 5 things that you plan to do for the day. So they are really great resource. If you don't manage to read more time management book, just go and watch summary for 5 a.m. Club. I think really great for developers. All right, so you can implement this workflow and then just sit for self review, and what is working for you and what is not working for you. You can extract idea from self review session, and after reviewing, after getting feedback from your review, just integrate that into your system. That is the way to go. So whatever works for you, just implement that. So the self review is very important. After working every task or every week, just review your workflow, review your skills, whether I'm good at it or not. So by working on your task, you might get idea that what skills that you need to learn and where you need to go from there. So according to the self review, the outcome from self review, just integrate that feedback in your system, in every system, then it will be really great. So hope you like this video. I will see you on next video. Bye.